But before that, let's have to recall general form of a quadratic equation. That is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So once we talk about completing the square, the very first thing to do is you always have to take all the x terms, the quadratic term and the linear term on the left hand side, and also your constant to the right hand side. So that becomes ax squared plus bx is equal to, if this will be positive, transferring this one on the right hand side, it becomes negative c. So let's try a given example using this equation. X squared minus 2x, we have minus 15 is equal to 0. Again, for this given example, take all those x terms on the left hand side and constant to the right hand side. So we have x squared minus 2x is equal to, if this will be negative, transferring to the right hand side, that becomes positive 15. So as to what you have noticed, our left hand side is a quadratic binomial. So what are we going to do is to make it into a perfect square trinomial. So we have x squared minus 2x plus the term to make it a perfect square trinomial is equal to 15. Since you have added this thing here, you have to also add the same term on the right hand side. So how to find this term? Again, recall, we have to identify the value of your b. So your b is equal to negative 2. So in finding for the c, it is just that the square of the quotient of b and 2. So substitute it, that becomes negative 2 over 2 squared. We have negative 1 squared is just equal to positive 1. So after finding for the c, this equation is positive, or this term is positive 1. This is also positive 1. So our new equation now is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 15 plus 1. So take note, your left hand side is a perfect square trinomial. So this will be PST. The next thing to do is we have to factor this or transform this into a square of a binomial. How to factor this into a square of a binomial? We have quantity to the power of 2. The very first thing to do is we have to get the square root of your first term of your PST. Square root of x squared is x. Since the sign of your middle term is negative, this will be negative. Then square root of your last term, which is 1, to the power of 2. And it is equal to, combine the two numbers, 16. So our goal is to find for the value of x. In order for us to find x, extract square root both sides. So cancel the exponent 2, cancel the radical sign. What remains is x minus 1 is equal to positive negative 16, square root of 16. So we have to simplify. X minus 1 is equal to positive negative. The square root of 16 is 4. To find for the value of x, you have to transfer negative 1 to the right hand side. That is, x is equal to, since this is negative, transferring this one out to the right hand side, it becomes positive 1, positive negative 4. So for positive sign, x sub 1 is equal to 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. For negative sign, x sub 2 is equal to 1 minus 4 is equal to negative 3. Therefore, we can say that the solutions are 5 and negative 3. That is how you will complete the square to find the solution of a quadratic equation. So let's check the two solutions if they are correct. So as to what we have said, that your x sub 1 is equal to 5 and your x sub 2 is equal to negative 3. So in order for us to check 5 as a real solution, we have to substitute this value to the original equation, which is x squared minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. So substitute 5 to the value of x, that is 5 squared minus 2, your x is 5, minus 15 is equal to 0. So square of 5 is 25. So negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Minus 15 is equal to 0. 25 minus 10 is 15. Minus 15 is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. Therefore, since 0 is equal to 0, we can say positive 5 is really the solution of this equation. Next, let's test or check negative 3. Substitute negative 3 to the x of your original equation. We have negative 3 squared minus 2 times negative 3 minus 15 is equal to 0. So, the square of negative 3 is 9. Negative 2 times negative 3 makes positive 6. Why? Because negative times negative is positive. So, copy negative 15 is equal to 0. So, we have now 15. 9 plus 6 is 15. Minus 15 is equal to 0. 0 is equal to 0. It satisfies. Therefore, we can say negative 3 is also a solution of the equation x squared minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. That is how you will check or verify solutions.